Hey, I want you to imagine that I come into your classroom at school and I ask the students there, what is God like? And I would get a lot of different answers, right? Some people would say, well, God doesn't exist at all. Or someone else might say, God is love. Or someone else might say that you can't really know what God is like. He's too hard to know. Or we could have all different sorts of answers, right? But we'd have all different kinds of answers. And then the question we have to ask ourselves is, why is any one answer better than another? Why is any one person more right than another? Because I can make up any bizarre example of what I think God is like, right? I could say, well, God is like a black and yellow unicorn that lives on a bumblebee. And then you would say, well, that's absurd. Unicorns don't exist. And even if they did exist, then they certainly aren't on bumblebees. We would have noticed that before. And I could say, well, no, we don't know that unicorns don't exist. You haven't been everywhere, right? And well, the reason why you've never seen one is because they're black and yellow and they live on a bumblebee. And so they blend in. It's camouflage. And, then you could say, oh, well, scientists would have noticed that by now. And I could say, well, scientists aren't looking for that. Scientists don't want to find black and yellow unicorns on a bumblebee. And then you could say, well, surely someone would have noticed at some point. And then I could just say, well, they haven't. But they're there. You can trust me. You can trust me that they're there. I believe that. So what sort of response do you have? We could keep going on and on with the conversation. I could keep arguing. We could keep coming up with our reasons why we think we're right. So then the question is that follows that, are we doing anything differently as Christians? Are we just coming up with our own ideas of what we want to believe? Are we just making it up as we go? Well, I hope we're not. We're going to talk about that and some other things this Sunday morning at Pleasant Hill Baptist Church. You can come out at 9:30 and we'll have breakfast and then we'll talk about that and whatever else you want to talk about. So come out at 9:30 on Sunday morning to Pleasant Hill Baptist Church. If you can't make it, we'll post a little note or a video afterward that gives some answers that we come up with.